Find other great podcasts like this one at podmoth.network.
Do you have a hunger for cinematic horror?
Do you enjoy the thrill from seeing boogeymen, beasts, and butchers go about their dark work?
Then all you need to do is speak of the devil, and the devil will come to you.
Speak of the Devil is a podcast for all movies that have anything from demons and poltergeists to serial killers and the supernatural.
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Taylor.
Join us as we embark on a journey through the dark recesses of horror films, from the classics to blockbusters and everything in between.
New episodes come out every Wednesday wherever you listen to podcasts.
We're not scared of anything.
Are you?
This podcast contains strong language and adult situations and may not be suitable for those who are easily offended. Welcome to the Fuck My Work Life podcast, where the work stories are real, the laughs are contagious, and most of us can agree that work sucks. So let's clock out and tune in.
Welcome back, fuckers, to the Fuck My Work Life podcast, Coffee Break.
Coffee break.
Coffee break, baby.
I like coffee.
Me too.
So our last coffee break was about Mondays.
Yes.
And how much Mondays suck ass. And for scientific reasons. This one's going to be less scientific, but we're going to be on the opposite end of the spectrum today.
Yes.
We're going to talk about Fridays. Everybody loves Friday.
Good old Fridays.
So, TGIF, Fun Fridays, all that stuff.
All that good stuff.
For a lot of people, Friday's the end of the work week. I know not for everyone, but I think there's like a collective yay on Friday for the majority of workers.
Yeah.
And some offices and workplaces like to commemorate that with fun things and fun Friday activities.
Some do.
And such. Yeah, some do. So have you ever worked at a job that's had anything special happen on Fridays?
Yes. Sorry, I was taking a drink of my beer, which is actually pretty good. You might like it. Anyway.
It's an IPA, isn't it?
It's a hazy.
Oh, okay.
A juicy fruit hazy IPA.
I like the juicy IPAs. What is it?
Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA.
Okay.
It is a hazy imperial IPA. So the job I currently work at, on Fridays, they used to have a guy who would come around and like scream on the top of his lungs. It brought a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was also what they called dollar in a bucket.
Buck in a bucket.
Yeah. It was buck in a bucket. And it was like everybody would put $1 in the bucket and then sign their name on a little piece of paper. And
You'd put your name on the dollar and crinkle it up and put it in the bucket.
oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Well, it's been so long because
I know.
seriously, I started at the end of Buck in a Bucket. Buck in a Bucket was happening right before the 2008 recession, and once that hit, Buck in a Bucket was done.
Yeah, nobody could spare $1. But yeah, so you'd write your name on the dollar, crinkle it up, put it, and it was like a cauldron. It was like a big plastic Halloween cauldron.
It was a Halloween, yeah.
Yeah. And you'd throw your name in there, and then like a raffle, they'd pick one of the dollar bills out, and whoever's name was on that would got the entire bucket. And they'd usually come and dump it on your head.
Yeah.
If you won. But it was kind of nice because you'd go through and you'd have to uncrinkle every single dollar bill, and you'd get to see all the suckers whose dollar you took because their names were on them.
Yeah, it was really cool. But, it was considered gambling.
Yeah.
And once the corporate fucks came in, it was done.
Yeah. And then for a while we had, like, oh, you can wear jeans and sports jerseys on a Friday. But then after the pandemic, all dress code just went out the door and people basically wear their pajamas to work every day.
Oh, yeah. Fucking straight up pajamas.
Or straight up like gym clothes.
white t-shirts with a sweater over it and sweatpants.
Yep. So kind of going off of that theme of Fun Friday dresses, we got a couple responses across social media when I asked if anyone's workplace did any like Fun Friday activities or whatever. So Taproom Tabby said, we get to wear jeans. Woo, exciting.
Wow.
I mean, I guess if you're a business casual or like business attire the rest of the week, that's a nice thing to be able to put your jeans on a Friday.
Okay.
What?
I got it. When you said taproom tabbies, I was like, it's a tap room. Well, like, don't they wear jeans all the time? Like, do they have to dress up in suits? But that's the actual person. I got you. I'm catching up.
Tabby's the person. Their username is Taproom Tabby.
Yes.
Okay. So Amber from Which is Talking Tarot said, we loved dress down days at the call center. It made the drudgery a little less drudgery. And our buddy Dustin said, nope, no one in our office thinks themes are fun. They'd rather talk conservative politics. Boo. Nobody wants to listen to that shit.
Yep. Good old politics.
Yeah. So you said you had found some stuff.
Yeah, I found some stuff.
Fun Fridays.
Yeah. So I found, get this, 46 engaging activities to use for Fun Fridays at work. I'm not going to go through all of them.
I found the same article.
Oh.
That's
you don't
funny.
know.
Yeah, no, go for it.
So, number one is casual dress code, of course. Like,
Yeah.
I think every company that has like the semi-casual or business casual dress code does the casual dress code on Fridays.
Yeah. It's something free that they can be like, look, we're doing something nice for you.
Yeah. But I found a few in here that were actually pretty cool that I think that at our job, we should implement them.
Which ones did you like?
So, office mini golf. That is so easy to do. And we have such a spread out place that we work at, and so much random shit that just sits there all day and never moves, that we could make like obstacles out of it and just have people bring in like their putters and use like red Solo cups to make the holes.
I think you can even get those like cheap plastic putters too to have for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But that would be cool. And also trivia. Trivia would always be a good one. And I mean, I'm thinking of where we work. So the trivia would obviously be related to our job. And we have a manual that people could go to and look up the answers. But if we put a time limit, like the trivia question comes out at 9:00 and by 9:03, you have to put in your answer.
Yeah.
Put a time limit on it so people don't have 30 minutes to look up the answer and put it in. Like we could, there could be some trivia.
Mm-hmm. Even if you just sprinkled, like you do like a little trivia, like a few questions. Some are like fun pop culture things and some like work related things sprinkled in. So it's not so just about stupid work.
Yeah. Yeah. That would definitely like break up the whatever I'm trying to say. Break up the stupid work.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't pass this one up, the office barbecue. I mean,
yeah. Like every Friday though?
No. I don't think these have to be like every Friday. Every Friday doesn't have to be something fun for someone to do.
Yeah.
You still gotta produce, you still got work to do. I just think that every once in a while, if there was like a fun Friday activity, it would be nice. The one that I am adamantly against is bring your child to work day.
Yeah, nobody
because
wants that.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Especially because I feel like a lot of people I know going to work is actually their getaway from being a parent. So,
Yeah, and plus kids are shits, especially like when they get around people that they don't know, and then the people are like, "Oh, you're so cute," and now the kid wants to show off, and they scream, and ew.
Yeah. Then there's the ever popular pizza party. You're not going to get a raise, but we'll get you some pizza.
Yeah, the pizza party's cool. I love pizza, but it's kind of worn out.
I think it's just become synonymous for like consolation prize. Or like, oh, you want a living wage? No, we can't do that, but we're going to order some pizza.
Yeah.
I think the next one would be interesting. Maybe not in our setup, but it could work in a smaller office.
Yeah, it could. A murder mystery game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one would be cool. I was actually looking at that and like thinking kind of off of the murder mystery game, but what if like you got representatives from different departments and did like an escape room?
Mm-hmm.
Or people could sign up who wanted to do an escape room, and they could intermix different departments together to do the escape room, because a lot of times there's so many different departments that work in one company and they don't know anyone in the other departments. They just know the people in their department. And it would be a good, kind of like intermingling, get to know other people.
Yeah.
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 And there's karaoke. Fuck that.
That'd be fun.
Just peruse right past
They've
that
done
one.
that at a couple of our holiday gatherings. They've had karaoke. No one really, like a couple people go for it, but it's never been a big draw.
Yeah, and it's always the people who should not be doing karaoke.
Potlucks. We do those all the time.
Yeah, potluck.
Meh.
Office scavenger hunt. We kind of did that this week with the egg hunt.
I mean, egg hunt's just finding like one thing.
An egg.
Yeah, scavenger hunt could be fun. Movie day. They would never go for that at our work.
No. Ugly sweater contest. No. We could do an ugly sweater contest would be cool. And we've actually done it at a Christmas party before. But there are people, like we had an ugly Christmas sweater contest, and there were people who came in with like these ridiculously ugly like sailing sweaters with a big anchor on the front, and they just taped ornaments to it, and we're like, oh, it's an ugly Christmas sweater. What, there were a few more. Oh, happy hour. No.
Well, not where we work, but so a couple people have happy hour type things at their office. The Java Cat responded and said, when I worked as a contract recruiter, 3 p.m. is when the beer fridge opened. They had a standing delivery with binnies every week. That was fun. My first week, my boss put a beer on my desk and told me to come to the closeout meeting. 100% I thought it was a test until I saw the CEO walk by me with 3. And then Simple Rations said, margaritas at 3 p.m. Never thought I would be able to justify a juicer as a company expense. And then Myth Monsters Pod said, we do a happy hour every Friday, but literally no one comes, and our office team put out so many snacks that I then had to help finish. Snacks. Everyone loves snacks.
Yeah.
I think if our company did a happy hour, people would go the first couple times and then it'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I mean, unless it was actually like, no, actually, if they were providing free alcohol, there'd be people that would be there every fucking time.
every single time.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was a happy hour where the company was supplying the alcohol, fuck.
People would put up seeing coworkers for longer.
We would
for
light
free
this
alcohol.
city on fire. What is there? Checkers tournament? I mean,
No.
I think Checkers tournament would, like any kind of like little tournament would be cool because it would get people involved, you know, but a tournament is like, you know, like you play this person and then you play this person and then you know, it's like a bracket thing. So it would get people more involved with each other and that would be fun, but Checkers is kind of boring. And then you'd have the most obtuse people in the office who you never hear from, but then there's a Checkers tournament and they just kill everyone in like 5 seconds.
Yeah. And then disappear into the shadows. Anything else on that list?
Not really. There's Family Day, but
Ooh. I see one that I like.
what's that?
Have a dance break with fun music. I'd be into that. I know when I traveled once to one of our other locations, and every Friday they would do a thorough cleaning of their area and their desks and stuff. And they would shut everything down, shut all the work down the last hour of the day. They rolled out big speakers and they turned on like really fun music, and everyone just kind of like danced and cleaned, and like that was a lot of fun.
That would be cool.
So it was a nice like end of the week there. Even though like you're cleaning up, they made it a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are some things. Like if any of those strike your fancy, like take it to the powers that be and at your work and try to get something fun going so you can, you know, have something to look forward to at work sometimes. I think that's important. We had a couple more responses on social media. Hallmark of Greatness said, I have Cowboy Friday, but that's just me on my own. So no. Then he went on to say, it's the highlight of my work week. I'm going to start wearing a small hat and everything. Micro Break said, yep, at 5 p.m. when we get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
S. Kathman said their fun Friday activity is they get off at noon. Well, that's nice. I wish we could get off at noon every Friday.
Fuck, I wish.
And then the last one's kind of sad. I don't know if I'm going to say this right. Preguisa y Cafe said, not giving impossible deadlines for Monday, so I don't need to come in on Saturday. Womp, womp, womp. That's so sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I think it's good for jobs and companies. It doesn't have to be every single Friday, but, you know, scattered throughout the year, maybe once a month, put something fun and different together for your employees so every week isn't the goddamn same, you know? Like, there's just something different and silly to look forward to.
Yeah, and I think that's what's important is like it doesn't have to be every Friday, but like you said, like once a month, do something that like brings the employees together and gets them kind of like engaging with each other, because morale is one of the biggest things, especially in like an office setting. You know, when morale is low, it shows and everyone is fucking miserable.
And they're just bringing everyone down around them because nobody wants to be there.
And, well, that shit is like a fast moving, contagious. I was going to say a fast moving disease, but that's the word I was looking for. Contagious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fun every now and then never hurt anyone. We brought in NutriBullets and made ice cream shakes today in my department, and that was wonderful and bad because I had 2 and then felt like shit. But they were still delicious. So even little random things like that every once in a while, you know, just makes the days better, gives you a little something to look forward to. So I guess everybody, if you can think of anything fun that you do or have done in the past and you want to share it with us, share it with the listeners, just send us a message at FMWLpod. And if you have any other workplace stories, send those our way. Join our Discord. Follow us on all the socials. All that stuff is going to be in the show notes. Anything else? Anything else you want to say about Fridays, Jay?
Oh, is this it?
What else did you want to talk about? Did you have something else?
Yeah, I had something else. It was kind of along the same lines of like things companies can do. Mm-hmm. And there was one that really stood out to me, especially where we work. You know, there was, it has stopped now, but there was a time where they were putting out snacks like twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week for everyone. And when we found out how much they were spending on the snacks every week, it was like, holy shit. You know, you could not do that every week and just like once or twice a year get a bunch of food trucks to come into the parking lot, and people could go out there at their leisure, and you're paying these food trucks. Whether people are buying stuff from them all day or not, like you've made their day by just paying for them to be there.
Yeah, but usually like with food trucks, you have to, there's like a guaranteed minimum, which they would get because, you know, it's something different for people to go buy lunch from, except for like the one thing that's provided on our campus, which is shit. You know, having something different, they would definitely meet their like minimum, I think. Even if it's just like one food truck a month, and it's like a different one each month. So it's like something, you know, I think people would be like, oh yeah, it's the Korean barbecue food truck this Friday. Like they'd be into it, you know?
Well, my thinking was, so it was a couple $1,000s a week that they spent on snacks where we work.
That's ridiculous.
If you did this at the end of every quarter, so 4 times a year, you can have multiple food trucks and just pay them to be there all day, and you're making their day. You know, you think in a quarter there's 4, 8, 12, 16 weeks, and the couple $1,000s a week that you're spending on snacks, you could do it once a quarter, and the food trucks are going to be glad to sit out there, because even if no one buys anything, or they don't even have to buy it, you're just serving them at that point. You're making their day. You're probably making their whole week by having them there. That was my thinking.
I remember the first time I worked for the company that we worked for long, long ago. They used to have food trucks that would come occasionally, park in the parking lot, and, you know, just be there for food. And that was cool. And for, I don't know why, security reasons or something, they stopped doing it. They stopped doing all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Damn it. But yeah, no, that'd be cool too. Yeah. Anything else you got?
That's it.
All right. So all those things I said before still are still relevant.
They still apply.
Thanks for listening to our coffee break, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. This is coming out on a Thursday, so happy Friday Eve. And
yes,
I hope you have a good, fun Friday tomorrow.
That's right.
Bye, fuckers.
Bye, fuckers.
Thank you for listening to the Fuck My Work Life podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please follow, subscribe, rate, review, and tell your friends. Send your workplace stories to fmwlpod@gmail.com or call our rant line at 310-818-3273 for a chance to be featured on a future episode. For more fun, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at FMWLpod. You can also join our Discord community to chat with us and your fellow fuckers. We've got a Patreon where for $5 a month, you get early access to episodes, bonus content, and more. Grab yourself a t-shirt, pint glass, or yoga mat in our merch shop. All links can be found in the show notes. The Fuck My Work Life theme song is by Big Foss of the Chat Smash podcast. Remember, don't let the man get you down. Bye, fuckers.
I don't know about you, but with a busy work schedule, I never have time to sit down and read. Luckily, there's Newsly. Newsly is an all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android. It picks up articles about the most trending topics on the web and reads them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time ever, the entire web becomes listenable, all in one place. You can browse articles from topics you choose and just start playing. Follow specific topics from sports, tech, business, science, or Bitcoin. Newsly will find you the latest articles and read them aloud. They even have digital radio. And do you want to know the best part? They have podcasts. Explore trending podcasts from over 80 countries. And you can find our podcast, Fuck My Work Life, there too. Download and try Newsly for free by visiting www.newsly.me or clicking on the link in our show notes. And be sure to use promo code FWL for a 1-month free premium subscription. Stop scrolling and start listening with Newsly.
Does it smell like doo-doo?